So, you have been asked to deliver a speech. Now, it could be a speech for you to introduce yourself, or it could be a speech about something that has happened in your life that you have held dearly because it has a significant impact to how you think. Now, regardless of the situation, you are in total panic. You don't even know how to write the first word to the first sentence, let alone build the whole speech around a particular topic. If you're in that situation, you don't have to worry, because today I'm going to share with you a simple format in the way of storytelling. Hi, my name is Seki, and I've been a public speaker for the past 15 years, and I've been a public speaking trainer for the past 10 years. If you'd like to know more about public speaking, communication, and leadership, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Now, the way to go about writing a storytelling format speech is for you to make sure that there is a timeline. In which case, the way you want to write it is in a chronological order, meaning how it started, what happened, and how it concluded. Having this thought is important because it will dictate how the full flow of your speech will be. And you start off at the beginning to explain to people what you were feeling at that time. It could be going about your day, you were thinking everything is going to be moving along as how you thought it would be, and how you were perhaps happy or unbothered by anything. Then you come to the conflict. Something has happened that has caused you to feel a little bit of upset. This part could be the beginning of how you move up and build into a more engaging story. But at that point in time, at that build-up of the conflict, you need to let people know what has happened. Perhaps it was a colleague who has messed up your paperwork or accidentally spilled coffee on you. It could be like that. Now, this is where you show that little bit of upset could snowball and become even bigger. Then, you move on to the next part, which moves to the peak of your story. Now, this is called the climax journey. Now, in this climax journey, you explain to people what has happened thereafter in that little bit of conflict, what has happened that has caused you to even have stronger emotions or anger or even upset, or to the point where you were feeling so much emotions within you. Explain that thought. Explain to people how you felt and how you feel you want to react. This is important because this intensity will build a following for people to be invested to know what has happened. Now, after you have reached the climax, there must be an anti-climax where you start to wind down your story. And this indicates to people that a conclusion is coming and that there is perhaps a happy ending to your story, or something that allows you to ease and slow down and move down back to your calm demeanor. This is the anti-climax journey, and you will know it builds up, but the anti-climax steepens and goes down very quickly. All right. In this time, this is where you tell people and explain to people what has happened after that has allowed you to give that aha moment of how you thought could resolve the situation, or that you had some help from another colleague or someone stepped in to do something for both of you within the conflict to solve the issue. And then you come to the final part, which is the conclusion. And in each story, there must be a moral or something to learn from it, or even a take-home message that you want to share with people. So you follow these steps. You start off by telling people where you are in the introduction. You move into the conflict. You go up to the climax, and at the peak, you go into an anti-climax for resolution, and finally you end with a moral of the story. With these few steps in writing a storytelling format speech, you would be able to engage your audience better, keep them hung to you throughout, building the intensity, and then finally relax.